beating Heroic in this series. This would be the best scout that this lineup of Team Liquid, this iteration of Team Liquid, has taken so far in their lifeline. So tough road ahead for Team Liquid. But look, you got to admire, you got to like the confidence. Seeing Lige get a little bit spicy in interview, saying they're going to win 2-1. Naf's got the opening kill, spotted a second player towards the B bomb site. Defense goes 1 for 1, and now it's all on Refresh. He's got backup at Donut.
Did love that they brought up the highlight of Refresh, absolutely breaking Team Liquid in Season 14. Yes, different lineup, but same man that's going to be going against them, and he pops out late. Shush already with 2 phenomenal shots. OC, Nitro, Lige, all gone. In B, we're left with just Shox. Katie, and the only one to depart so far on the Heroic side, as Shox will make contact at range. The Glock, USP.
That's not a fun fight for that weapon, is it?
Really? No.
Nope, not at all. And that pissed around, not even a chance for Team Liquid. Their strategy gets shut down before it can even really begin. Naf with the only kill to start things out, traded immediately. And obviously the slaughter ensues over at the A bomb site. Good little setup for Heroic. That's them putting emphasis on the bomb sites, not so much the middle of the map.
I think I have concluded that USP headshots are the most satisfying in the game.
Okay.
More than Deagles, more than AKs.
Yeah. Well, you've been deathmatching a lot, so you've probably had a chance to get a lot of USP, especially.
1,400 kills last night, 4 hours and something.
Nice.
Decided I should probably go to bed.
You could probably go pro in NA at the moment. This might be your time, Matt.
At least NA.
Ooh, Cadian. All right, getting a little bit frisky, getting a little bit investigative. Stown. Desk had a lot of positive things to say about him, and with good reasons. I think everyone's got a lot of positive things to say about him at the moment. He's performing so well, hitting a great peak for Heroic to start out this year, to start out 2022. And this round, no armors, no upgraded pistols for Team Liquid. They'll be buying AKs in the next one. So nice, easy 5 kills, no death for Heroic's defense. Only Cadian's fallen so far in the pistol round. And here we go, quickly into the gun round.
Quickly indeed.
I like that we got to hear from OC as well, coming into the team.
Different, yeah.
Well, they've also, everyone on that team has had, you know, not only publicly, but even privately, only positive things to say about him. And it's not the typical platitudes of being nice to a new player on the team. It was just very genuine when you listen to them speak about him. So that's obviously very positive. And part of that, you have to imagine, is just Team Liquid being excited to have a young star opper on their team, which is something they've historically lacked.
I think that's absolutely true. I mean, when was, I guess when Simple was there, but he wasn't even the primary opera at the time, and
Fallen's time there as an opera, I mean,
not
pretty effective opera, but obviously this is a different style. This is like the new age opera coming in with OC.
Exactly, and it wasn't exactly like the team was having their greatest time when Fallen was there either, right? I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think even during the Grand Slam era, they didn't really have a standout opera in that regard.
Legion OC waiting back at middle. The aforementioned opera with an AK-47 in hand. Nitro and Naf going to start making their way out of the B double doors. Stown is protected at the moment by a smoke, but just a random spam from sneaky little Naf. He's found another opening kill.
You say random, but they're on the other side of mid as well, and with the smokes down as they were, that was probably communicated that there was a chance he could be in that box position.
This has been so slow for Team Liquid. A lot of utility spent early on by Heroic, and you can see running out of smokes to block off these choke points. Liquid decided to slow play it and just wait for all the utility to fade. However, Heroic does have a perfect read of the situation. Tassus is here. Smoke is just put down at the top of the B ramp. Oh, this is a nightmare. They're going to have to go through this if they want a chance. This round might be over before it begins once again. 3 defenders here. No access for Team Liquid. Time's running down. They got to just save.
Oh, they're not going to, because Shox came out from Cave. Ooh. But there's only 7 seconds. If they're going to go, they've got to get the bomb planted now. Oh, OC's planting it just in time. They are going to get it down. That is as close as you'd like. Man, oh man, Shox saves the day with the late push out from Cave. They were all working up main. We didn't even suspect that he was going to be able to get those 2 kills. And it's Shush that has to save instead.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I didn't think there was a world in which Team Liquid was going to have that kind of access into the bomb site.
Coaches them.
Yeah, I know. That's why. We figured it all out. God bless. Who was it coming out of Cave? He just opened everything up. Shox. Oh, dear. Nobody from Heroic has eyes on it. Just enough is done by Shox to get them in with a last-second plant. Fair play. 2-1. Team Liquid snatch around from the claws of defeat.
Credit to OC for just running in and planting at the exact time. It's very easy to miscalculate that with a few seconds left. He still wants to check an angle. Is it safe? No, just go. Just get the bomb down. Last possible second. I think Liquid may have had the most different iterations of jerseys of any team we've ever seen.
They do have a lot of jerseys, Matt.
Tons. I can't think of another team that went through more different styles of jerseys throughout the time as an organization.
These obviously being the newest ones, the Leviathan edition. They've obviously got one for pretty much every member of the Avengers.
Yes.
Quick pause going to come in. This is not a tactical timeout from either one of the teams. This is just a admin-forced pause to handle a few things early on in the match before it gets back underway. 2-1. Oh, excuse me. Liquid did take a tactical, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I just heard in my ears. So
it was after the back of a technical. So
yes, so they did.
I'm right, just not completely right.
Yeah, no, 100%. But just to clarify, yeah, they are going to use one of their 4 timeouts. They just couldn't talk for the first little bit until the admins cleared the technical issues. So that's why it may seem like it's lasting longer. It won't. It's still 30 seconds of tactical time.
That's so scary. I cannot believe Team Liquid won that round. Heroic had the situation read perfectly. Slips away. 4 players for Heroic going to start over towards the B bomb sites, down in towards Cave and Jaguar. Triple boost over the top. Here we go. This is
not working out so far.
It's all good. Oh, ooh.
That's nutty.
Ooh.
Like, I feel like I have seen this, but have we not seen this more often? He's trying to get himself pushed into the corner so he doesn't get moved. Do they see him? Doesn't matter if they did or not. They walk straight back into it. Katie and just obliterates OC.
I'm sure someone in the world has, but that's the first time I'm seeing that triple boost. That's pretty cool.
I like it. I admire it. That's pretty freaking powerful, though, I will say. But again, it's like one of those boosts similar. I'll use the Olaf as an example. If you know where to look, it's a pretty easy target based on what we saw in that perspective, right?
Yep. You'd wonder if they actually, I have to imagine that they saw him or they at least figured out the position of it. Shox and Elige have kind of slow played this take over towards the other side of the map. They're just now getting into position. Good kill from Elige to help open things up. That's Tessa's rotating through Temple. Smoke is down. Elige going to push forward. They have to be aware of Donut. Utility is out to allow them the safety of the plant. Elige and Shox tucked into the corner. And here comes from Naf. Going to be a retake scenario.
Elige. In for one and out immediately after by Shush. Shoxy's gonna run through though, finds him instead. He's got a Molotov to hold out the front of the site, try and keep them off the bomb, but it's not on the bomb itself, it's just trying to buy space. He's gonna go for the long play, wrap it around from CT, but fakes that out.
No kit.
Because if he's on the CT connector, he would have heard that running, so goes back instead, and you're right, he has no kit, but smoke on top of that. That's gonna force Shox forward. He's got the kill now, and I think find it? He's got a kid. Okay, I was looking for the kid instead. I was going to say either get on the bomb now or get a kid. He goes for the kid.
Yeah, he's figured it out. 3-1 for Heroic. That's pretty scrappy, though. That gets close after 2 opening kills. Nitro went down to the M4, and obviously that triple boost netting a kill onto OC was very nice. And still Liquid are able to make it, manage to make it close. Good kills from Elige entering into the bomb site and almost a phenomenal clutch. Oh, that's just a spam. What an unfortunate way to lose 2 players. But this was great towards the other side of the map. Shox almost a brilliant play. Brought in partially for his... Well, I mean, obviously a player like him with the clutch ability that he brings to the table is so valuable. Falls short in the end. It's a big round to have early on this round number 5. Both teams pretty much decimated in terms of their money. This gets to dictate who's going to have control of economy in the ensuing 2 or 3 rounds afterwards. And up B ramp we go. Tess is stuck in cave. Shox and OC and Elige are going to stream in. Naf bringing up the bomb in 4th place. And they're calling, it's clear, they're calling it's going to be a retake.
Planted again, trying to spam through. Katie asked us when he was doing the TriCast with us what we thought of that spam spot and if it was too powerful.
Yeah, he actually felt it was a little bit powerful. Shox tries to go in and he sees numbers at the very least. He knows exactly where this retake is going to be coming from. If Shush can get this on the flank though, if he can find Nitro on the ramp being pulled away, a little bit of a footstep early. He spots Nitro looking the other direction. Now the retake and beyond, they're starting to stream in. There's the MAC-10 from Naf. Elige chimes in with another kill on the AK. Oh, it's slipping away from Heroic. Shush with 1 kill. There's no kit though. They have to bail out. Kit's dropped in cave and they need to run.
had to. He tried to get to that kit. Even then, it looked like he was still backing away because the chances of finding the kills in time were none. And they will get one more gun down from Liquid. OC stays alive. He keeps the AK-47 up. So Liquid get their second round, trailing only now by 1. But money's kind of tight on both sides.
Yeah, and I mean, Heroic's gonna be full buying. You have to imagine in this round they've got too many players stuck beneath 2K to really. You're gonna be double saving no matter what, and you know the money is low for Team Liquid as one player went down for the bomb. So full investment from Heroic's defense. They're gonna challenge one more time, but this it's much weaker. Still no kits, light on some nades, 1 M4 and all 5.7s and deagles around it. Heroic's really buying into the 5-7 meta at the moment. Ooh, Liquid caught snoozing. Refresh able to make the play from mid.
Tessus pushes up the ramp instead to counter off the play. The fact that they had one side pushed out, might as well try and take the other while they're distracted. It works. Shush is well pushed up, takes Elige, and he's got an AK picked up. I don't know if he'll be expecting the second player of Shocks. He does not. He goes down. And so far, the lesser weapons, the greater kills, as only 2 remain on the Liquid side, both with 100 HP. Shocks has 5 kills total so far in this game. OC yet to hit the scoreboard. Shocks, knowing that there was already activity inside of middle, will sit back at Banana. Eagle for Stowen. Look at all those weapons. Flash out check, no one there. Does he dare? They're both there now. They both know the weapons are there. Stowen doesn't overextend for it. Doesn't want to get caught out, nearly does anyway. Keeps his head down, manages to creep away. No one's going to side angle that, though. No one's going to try and slide out and catch that off. They'll smoke Tessus instead. He's low HP. He doesn't want to get taken down early either. And Stowen's made it back to a lovely spot. Finds OC, and it's all on Shocks. A round stolen away, surely at this point from Heroic.
Yeah, those 5.7s did work. Close-up angles, 2 kills with them, and Shocks can do nothing but save the AK-47. This is incredible for Heroic. What a turnaround. They're going to be able to salvage plenty of weapons. Cadian's got to be on his way over to pick up a rifle as well. They get 3 free rifles out of the round that they do not have to spend money on in the ensuing. 4-2, as Heroic just barely keeping this lead alive.
Barely, but it is there. So this round with the 2 AKs carried over, a Galil picked up as well. They'll go with 2 M4A4Ss. The M4 competition package. It's a BMW reference, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I thought I'd clue you in.
Yeah, that was great because I was lost on that one.
Okay, it pretty much is the competition package though, since pretty much everyone swapped over to the A1S for good reason.
Scout on.
Go ahead.
Scout on OC, I was going to say. So he's finally got a scoped weapon in hand. They haven't had the money to afford the AWP just yet, so we haven't been able to see his main strength and power come out with that weapon. Heroic control middle. Cadian and Refresh push down. Stown has control of lane. He's clearing it as we speak. As the smoke is up in the double doors, he's going to call it completely clear. Naf has a very, very deep passive angle to watch the flank.
Ooh, that's a nice shot. That's a good opener from Shocks, catching out Totem or Temple immediately.
Look at Cadian. Oh, he's going to hear this surely. Yeah. Oh, Naf, the drive-by. Now he's taken down afterwards. Refresh is there, but the bomb site is lost. It's going to be another retake attempt for Heroic.
Heroic fans are all naffers now. Stowen's going to take down Shocks. Tessus trying to get above the boxes, sees them retreating away from the planted bomb. That was a huge kill because it keeps their flank completely open. They know that they're going to be looking to ruins from the donut position, but Stowen can't find the angle, and Elige gets him instead. Now OC's on the board. Scoped weapon indeed. Headshot into Tessus, and Refresh has to tear Liquid apart once more. He can't do it. Nitro stepping out, and it's again one round between them, and there's the man himself.
Trading back and forth. Yeah, that was a great shot from Naf. That was pretty critical as well. That double flank would have been absolutely brutal. I had to make Cadian jump out of his seat a little bit, not expecting this kind of a shot whatsoever. He thought he had a freebie. 4-3 and timeout taken from Heroic as they talk things over. Neither one of these teams can sustain. Obviously, Heroic wins the first round of the second round. Since then, it's been back and forth for the previous 5 rounds. Both teams finding ways to fight with scraps. Nitro gets his first kill on the board as well in that round, the final one to seal the victory for Team Liquid. This time it looks like Heroic is just going to sit back and concede. No investment, one smoke on Katie, and that's it. Just 300 bucks spent in the round for Heroic. This time it's fast mid-control for Team Liquid. Mac 10 leading the way. OC's going to get a chance to farm up, it appears. AK-47 at range, unarmored opponents, but he's in trouble now. He's out in the open. He actually doesn't get anything. He just sidestepped into the wide open, away from all of his cover, and that kind of sucks for him. Elige up close as well. He's going to go down 1-for-1. This is dangerous. Liquid, don't lose any more. Don't let Heroic back in this round. Nitro's going to hold on. Double kill for him, and that should sustain things. It's just Cadian left with a USP 1 versus 3.
Shot from Cadian takes out Nitro, and Naf on 1 HP has to work in tandem with Shocks, but this isn't going to go anywhere at all. It doesn't have to do anything, just stay alive, because Cadian has no interest. He's liquidated this round. That was, you know, Liquid winning the round.
That's pretty good.
Keep his stocks, you know. Yeah.
It's good.
Thanks.
I
just thought I'd explain that since we're going into a recession next year.
You're on point today.
Thanks, man.
Winner of this plays against NIP in the quarterfinals. We've switched sides of the bracket from yesterday. The Ninjas watching and waiting to see who their opponent is going to be in the quarterfinals. A good group stage from them to get the automatic berth. All tied up at 4.
Start firing squad. How often do you see a team push A tunnels? That might be the first for me.
Yeah, usually not with that amount of numbers, although with USPs, obviously, we can all understand. We can all relate. Sometimes you just want to throw something crazy at him, see if you can catch him off guard. Shush burns down to 60. I don't know if he hears. He's got to hear the footsteps over at the A bomb site. Yeah, Cadian's hustling. He's on his horse to get here in time. Misses. This is the second where he could have caught OC at the off angle. Naf jumping across. Flashbang helps him get there safely. They now control Ruins. OC wants that fight. He's going to lose it. Cadian down to 19 HP. 5-on-4 for Heroic in the retake attempt.
Tessis available and ready to fire above that smoke, having been boosted up. Stallin's going to find Nitro as well. Shock still lurking out middle, wants to try and work his way back in toward Donut. If he can get there late. Oh, never mind. Elige lines them up. I was going to say if he can get there late and undetected, he'll have 2 to kill. But Elige collaterals the 2 of them, and he finds a third on Tessis as well. They don't know where Shocks is. Bomb's ticking for him. He's in a perfect position. He only gets the first, but the low HP on Cadian, he knows he has the advantage. The smoke will force him forward. Excuse me, it's a flash.
Oh, they're going to win.
I was going to bounce it off the other way. You're right. Liquid is going to take the lead 5-4, and Shocks may even go out and catch him retreating. Nope, not quite.
3 great kills from Elige to make that possible, and especially those kills take attention away from Donut, where Shocks is lying in wait. Yeah, a little cheeky smile coming in as they lined up for him at the perfect moment. That was absolutely necessary. No kits for Heroic in the round, which is just brutal for their retaking potential. I will say, and I think we're going to see a decent amount of this throughout this series, that post-plant from Team Liquid did look a bit scrappy, a bit, hectic at times, and a bit like they weren't exactly coordinated of where everyone's playing and watching. That's going to happen with this team. They've referenced it a number of times in interviews. They just, it takes a while to build up those protocols of how you want to play different scenarios and different maps. This is still a very, very fresh team. Yes. In regards and relative to the other squads they're going to be going up against here in the playoffs of Pro League.
Not alone in that, though. I mean, you consider that, Fnatic's got 2 stand-ins essentially with them, and NIP, although Brolin's here, is not playing. There's a lot of change that's been going on, but you're right. This is the sort of the most long-term new team that we have. Yeah, you're going to see a few moments that make you scratch your head and are like, what are they thinking here? And the answer is, sometimes they're not on the same page as fast as they'd like to be, but that comes with time. Elige lurking over towards middle at the moment, watching lane. Good headshot onto Refresh. He's traded off immediately off on Cadian. Shock's going to come right through the smoke. B bomb site is under attack. That's a huge win. That's the bomb. Stown can't get anything else after that. And Shock's wrapping around a massive play. There's Naf as well. 6-4. So Heroic calling the timeout this time around. As we take another look at Shox getting aggressive toward the back lane. Naf as well. Looking sharp so far. You were surprised that Liquid were picking Ancient, but now we're starting to get an indication as to why. Clearly, they've put some time and effort into this map, and although you're right, the post plants have been sloppy. The rounds they're getting are close. They're still getting them, and it's 6-4.
The nice thing is they've done a number to Heroic's economy. Like, Heroic still hasn't been able to set up really comfortable with Cadian with any kind of an AWP as much as OC's been off of it. This has not been an AWP affair in these first 10 rounds. They just haven't had the funds for it, and certainly that's going to be painful. If you want to go back to when we had Cadian on the broadcast as well, talking about Ancient, specifically mentioning these timeouts, it's easier to adjust on the CT side. Well, they've now burned 2 early on their CT side as well. Not able to find those adjustments without the little 30-second breaks. Or excuse me, 20-second breaks.
Tessus holding out behind the flames. Doesn't see the flash going up. That's going to catch him. He looked away late. He actually still somehow manages to get Naf. Elige middle, checking the top window position. OC this time finally with the AWP. 2 kills so far. One was on the scout, remember, as they picked up one of there are many rounds now. Starting to sound like many. Ooh, that's a tough one to clear. Good shot in response from OC, but he was always going to go down in that situation as he overextended, and they never peeked out from that cubby from Wooden. And if you don't know that he's there, and if you're swung wide and you haven't cleared it with a Molotov, my goodness, you're a dead man. Nitro, you might be a dead man. Get your gun in the hands, bro.
You never expected Cadian.
Why would you?
Well, also, I mean, I think this round was always going to be a bit of a disaster as Nitro tried to rotate back with the bomb. Elige was pushed up in middle, trying to say, like, I have them cut off. If you can make it to the 8 bomb site, I have the rotations. When he goes down, there's obviously no intel that Cadian's pushing up all the way. So a good hold from Heroic out of the timeout. 1-for-1 initially. And a good setup here to shut down OC and Shox as well. 6-5. Team Liquid back on the P250s, Tech 9s, 1 Deagle, 1 AK-47 in the hands of Shox. Been a very scrappy game. Which is kind of shocking considering Liquid went on that 4-round run that we just saw ended. But for the most part, they were surviving with just 1 and 2 players alive, so not able to build up any kind of money to really handle a loss all that cleanly. Execute onto the 8 bomb site, and again, they've made a good call. It'll be another retake from Heroic. They have 3 players stacked up over towards the B bomb site. Shush is just kind of coming back now. Refresh and Tess is coming through the mid connector.
Shox getting quite far forward in the B side already. Those flashes, they were able to evade the first few. This time, not so much. They've heard Shox and Ruins, no question about it, because they had seen someone in CT connector. They'll likely go for the back boost smoke. Again, you can see Tessus trying to get elevated up above now on the head and shoulders of Shush. Stowen finds 2 in the rounds. OC and Shox. Counter spam coming in, though. And Liquid limited, but Cadian again, man, this guy's just taking the map. He's like, yo, I watched this guy. He's Danish. His name's Config. He just runs everywhere. So I think I'm going to do that today.
Why not? Might have also been something that he saw in some research, some prep for the game as well. Liquid did have a loss on this map to Movie Star Riders. Back in the group stage. That's a very close defuse, but Heroic get it. All tied up at 6. And with these weaker weapons, Liquid felt like they needed to make a play, needed to push forward, try to wrap around through CT spawn. Stowen puts an end to that. First the kill onto Shox, able to double up onto OC. And as you mentioned, Cadian just being a menace on the map as well with his constant flanks and pushes. He's on the FAMAS in this coming round. Finally, probably the best buy we've seen from both of these teams. 4 AK-47s and a Galil. Plenty of utility for Team Liquid. 4 rifles and the FAMAS in the hands of Cadian as well. Drop down to the weaker rifle. But they too have plenty of utility and plenty of kits.
Stowen takes out Naf. OC back in, trying to fire through that smoke. Does a decent amount of damage, but can't get the kill, unfortunately. Since the timeout, it's been All Heroic, Liquid getting silenced and might, in fact, relinquish the lead in this particular round as Shush will rotate back over toward A. No one directly inside of that site. But that's fine, because they control middle, they contain it. Elige still waiting it out at elbow as well, just to see if he can get any further information. Similar to what we saw, as you mentioned, in the last round, but Cadian managed to still get behind them. Shocks and OC will go back that direction now. So this has the likeliness of ending on A. There is still 50 seconds in the round, a little bit more than that, but see what I do is I say there's less time than there actually is. By the time I finished it, you register it, it's the time that I said. So that's 50 seconds right now, Jason.
Nice. Nice.
Just giving away the game here.
I know, explaining all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, it's for the new school casters. Yeah. So when they cast a major, they'll be ready.
Free lessons. Ooh, Cadian able to find Elige. Hard spot to clear this late in the round as well. You would never expect him to be tucked into the corner. OC and Shock still going to continue forward. So many bodies here. Tessa's and Shush. Cadian's back in spawn as well to take some attention away. They can't give away the game until they actually find a fight, but Heroic's not giving them any mistake.
Nice shot, Shocks. Testis and Cadian, no immediate response. Knew exactly where he was on the self-boost, and as I mentioned, it is the lead turned over. Heroic now up 7-6.
3-round losing bonus for Team Liquid. I think we'll see them drop down to some light armor and a few upgraded pistols with some utility, and for the most part, securing a strong buy with that extra losing bonus in the next and final round of this first half, but they're down by 1 at the moment. Good resurgence from Heroic, as you said, out of the timeout. Still haven't seen that op in the hands of Cadian. They've got the money for it now, but he's sticking to the rifle. I think he's enjoying being proactive and aggressive on the map. Might enjoy it a little bit more. They returned from the flashbang initially, but kills couldn't come out quick enough for Naf and OC. Hey, what's up, Cadian?
Nice. DHL MVP, the man who could just frickin' send it.
Look at those eyes. Oh, yeah.
I don't think his name's Dennis Shapiro, though.
It could be. Elige is going to go down, so is Nitro.
Casper Mueller.
Today, it's Dennis.
All right. He's putting the D in Dennis. Heroic putting the Oic in winning. 8-6. They've got the lead, Jason. I'll come back to you with that one.
Yeah, maybe that one needs a little bit more time in the oven. Not quite done yet.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too well done, actually.
8-6. Final round of the first half. Team Liquid's map pick. They're down by 2, looking to make the gap as small as possible heading into the halftime break. Cadian and Stown going to be pushed in towards Cave and Jaguar.
Very beautiful, lush rainforest noises on this map, I will say. Great place to just sit and
read a book.
Yeah. Coloring book.
Gotta imagine mosquitoes would be an absolute nightmare.
Nightmare. No, it would be a nightmare.
Slow-paced from Liquid. Elige and OC are starting to creep out middle. Just past the minute mark, and Naf and Nitro are still stuck behind the smoke at double doors. They haven't yet made their move. Elige has a chance to hop up and maybe can try and help them. It's a long time for Liquid to operate without a whole lot of map control. Elige versus Shush is a huge battle. This is an important exchange. Elige tapping away, can't find the head.
Surely they swing that from Tetris at this point in time. They don't do it, but Stown's going to take down Naf. Rather, Nitro, excuse me. It was Naf looking at the response on Testas, but either way, now they've got to go over to the A site. They've got to make this play work. They didn't win out on Donut. Shush is going to turn it around. That means he has control of Shocks. And OC, with Elige, is pretty much left to do this all himself. He's got the bomb, and he's going to get inside of Ruins because they need kills. They don't have any security in planting it, and that's gone. 9-6. A great turnaround by Heroic, having gone down 4-6 earlier in the half. We'll take a break, see if Liquid can turn their map choice around.
Can you clutch? 26 and counting. Bomb as a kit. He's got an angle for it. He has to run it down. Covered once. Needs the bullets. Needs it. Done it. Done it. Shocks. Crunches up.
From the back roads to back streets, I see you foes trying to trap me, but I don't run like a track meet, even though I'm #1 like an athlete.
Heroic versus Liquid indeed. Our final series for the day, a round of 12.
In middle is going to leave Naf with what looks like a big job to do at the moment. He's all alone at this B bomb site. 3 players boosting up to maybe try and pick him off. Shush with the P250. Spots one. Going to back away. Stown's got a P250 as well.
P250, and he's got some shoulders to stand on. Naf, the one inside of the site that's now tasked with a very tall order, because not only does he have to watch A main, he's got Cave to worry about as well.
I'm surprised Liquid, it's taken him this long to kind of break up that 3-man stack over towards middle. That's a long time to have that many resources. Naf's been all alone. Yeah, certainly got to call him back now. Elige has arrived. However, there's nothing blocking off, as he mentioned, Cave, so Cadian can pop out whenever he feels necessary. They're trying to hold the line, prevent the cross. There's no utility for Heroic, so this is going to be a brawl if they end up dedicating themselves here. They've shown so much presence. Look at the position of Cadian. He's like, guys, go elsewhere. If anyone tries to push up here and flank, I've got him.
Naf as well, firing so many bullets. He's going to be running out soon with that USB. I think he had 14 bullets left when we last saw him. Elige getting the first kill after Tessus found 2, but Naf gets Cadian. They're not done. They're switching this back. Naf's going to be a bit of trouble here. He does have support, though. Elige nearby. He only had 4 bullets left when he went down. And Elige swinging back in, trying to make amends with the loss of his teammate. Finds yet another, as Shush is the one that falls, and it's all on a refresh. He does have the bomb in his hands, however. 19 seconds.
No way.
No chance. He doesn't make it. He's trying to fake it. I don't think Liquid needed to react to this, but he's given them a bit of positioning to work with. They swing back together. Elige getting the kill.
Well done from Team Liquid. There were so many opportunities to over-rotate and bite on one of those fakes. A bit of a back-and-forth affair for Heroic because they were trying to figure out if they wanted to commit or not. They never pulled the trigger on it, and Liquid stay composed. That's a lot of long, grinding battles for Naf that he had to endure while his teammates were shifting between bomb sites. And this double kill from Tessus could have ruined everything. I mean, at a certain point, that was a 3-on-5 round for Team Liquid. Well brought back as Elige finds a few kills. Guess what, Matt?
Dualies?
Dualies.
I didn't even see it on the HUD. I just knew what you were going to say. Refresh has Nitro down, so it's Shush, the man that's going to be trying to be loud and proud with 2 weapons in his hands. The double dually rudder as OC slides out. What did the dualies do that time, Jason?
I mean, the Tech Nines didn't do anything either, to be fair. They got caught in that choke point. They get the point. They get the 1-for-1 trade, and the utility from Team Liquid just keeps them from ever moving forward, allows those rifles to get into decent positions, and Heroic screwed from there. There's not any kind of clean, good fight for the upgraded pistols that they could have had
Son, why did you fail the test? Well, my friend failed too.
Listen, if you curve on a grade, that's all fine. If everyone fails, everyone gets an A.
Stop it. Is that why American education is so low? Is like that's just how they do it?
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
There's many reasons. We don't need to go in depth on that one.
Yeah, let's leave that out.
Good Deagle shot onto Elige. That's Shush with the opening kill for Heroic.
Shots dead.
Yikes.
Yep, that's not ideal.
We didn't see any of them on our cameras. Naf pushes down, finds some safety, comes back with that SMG. They're going to start streaming out wide. Oh, look at him use that pillar just perfectly.
Oh, here you go.
And he's got the dualies. You know Naf's going to put those to good use. If there's anyone I can rely on to get kills with the dualies, it's going to be Naf.
I would get behind it with Naf using them. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the right man for the job. KDN trying to sneak back through smoke, all on his own toward B. He's the one with the bomb as well. And they've actually bit. Shush is going in. If he gets one kill here, it's going to be a huge problem. Nitro's still rotating. Naf's going to get yet another kill, bring his total to 4. But they've just realized, oh no. Oh, hang on. It's back at B, guys. KDN has an MP9, and he's going to get a lot of free time.
Yeah, but unless he gets aggressive, there's really no chance of winning this round. And the problem is all 3 players from Team Liquid are sticking together. So the odds of multi-fragging with an SMG against these armored weapons is so low. And the first one's even still a struggle. Oh, yeah, all 5 kills. A quiet ace from Naf.
Yep, Naf's not having a laugh. He's just out here ripping heads. MP9, and this will be a 9-9 scoreline.
Oh my God, the
That's
bonus
a huge
money.
Amount of money. Yeah, I was going to say, ace with an MP9 plus defuse. Whew.
His money shot up to 9K as soon as this round ended. He is
How's that
rich.
Canadian Monopoly money looking now,
Yeah.
Jason?
9,000 loonies.
Loonies and toonies by.
9-9 going into round 19. First gun round as well. Both Oppers on each team gonna have that weapon in hand. OC on the CT side, obviously. Kadeen on the T side gonna be working with that. OC's gonna have his lined up his first round towards the A bomb site. He's gonna be anchoring that pretty much all on his own, although Nitro's there and Donut to help out. Naf and Shocks to defend the B bomb site, and Elige, with his dynamic rifling, is gonna be positioned in middle.
Molotov to clear out the short cubby. And then a peek from Testis, unfortunately blinded up by his teammate. With cubby clear, smokes down in the lane. Testis will swing cave. Thinks about throwing some utility in first. Never mind, Stallin's already got the shot. Clear indeed, my friends. As Naf this time with the MP9, limited far back behind the smoke. $7,400 though still just for him. Make it a little more because he finds another on the MP9. They're still down on this, but a bonus round as it were. And with a Molotov in position and Elige in the M4 getting back out toward the stairs, he's able to find the follow-up kill. They're in a 3-on-3, still slightly doable. Time is starting to tick, though. They've got the, smokes on the extremities, and they've cleared out the cave. This is very winnable now, but Cadian's AWP could be a problem. And then another smoke on top of the bomb, and he's going to run through, tries to go for the knife, and OC's got every indication of what's going to happen and takes him down when he jumps.
That's an important shot, though. There's a world if he misses that one and Cadian gets into the smoke with a knife, that could go down. Great retake from Team Liquid. 4 straight to start out this second half, including these last 2 rounds, 2 defuses. Just enough kills. All the utility from Heroic spent to get into the bomb site. None left to hold off that retake. And also, Cadian, unfortunately, over towards ramp, smoked off, but also was not the player with the flashbangs. If you have flashbangs there, you can bomb them over so your players can actually get some clean peeks and clean fights from Cave. And it just wasn't to be. However, Plant and a decent amount of kills. Heroic's right back into the buy. Op on Cadian, 4 AK-47s. 1 round lead held for Team Liquid.
Smoke goes deep at the gate, and Stalin standing behind it, trying to just look for a gap in it in case anyone dare push, but Liquid back in the lead. See if the guns can yield any fruit.
Tess is out mid. Heroic's gonna bust up the default, rotate back around to the B bomb site. They've got some space to work with. Both Naf and Shox have backed away. 23 seconds.
Deep smoke back lane. Shox to push up with it. Naf's already going to try and do the same, but he'll be smoked off as well. 23 seconds, down to 12, and utility's decent. Bomb, where is it? It's got to get in position shortly. Someone's got to play.
Oh no, he forgot. He
forgot. Exactly what we said about OC. The obligation was missed. It's so simple to do. Liquid, you go back to their first round, they ran in. OC identified it, ran and planted. That time the bomb was still too busy trying to pick angles.
Oh dear. You even get the kill through the smoke onto Elige. And you can see him giggling a little bit as well. a little LOL in chat. Oh no. Yeah, he was jiggling angles.
Shush that had it.
Yeah,
he was 100%. He didn't need to. He had 3 players in front of him already doing that.
Staring at smoke. He gets on, he just falls into autopilot and just loses track completely. Little WTF, mate.
Yeah, we can definitely lip read that one, John.
Oh, that'll help raise the spirits for Team Liquid, as will a 2-round lead. 11-9. Looking good so far on the CT side of Ancient. They haven't dropped a round yet. It's been 5 straight, 2 defuses, 1 by time, and 2 fully eliminating the heroic side.
Danish CS, Omega lol.
Yeah, also, I mean, money for Team Liquid is looking pretty solid as well. OC's got 6,100, so you've got another op at the bank. Nitro's got 3,500, Shox at 4K, Naf at 5K. They're sitting pretty nice in terms of economy. Heroic on the back foot here. They've taken a decent hit early on in the half. They're staggered, but not down yet.
Well, they'll take that. A gimme.
Shox was aiming it down, and he gets refresh. Might have even had a double kill there. They're actually, Heroic's pretty lucky to not take a bigger punishment from that. Elige is trying to read the call back to the A bomb site, as they've had a lot of emphasis on B. So he's going to find an opening kill, back away, shows the M4, gets another frag. Awkward fight to Tess's that he couldn't land. Heroic's looking a little flat at the moment. Some of these T rounds just have not had a whole lot of power behind them.
You had one job. I used to be the bomb carrier. Here, Matt, you can't hit a shot. Just plant this for us and it'll be great. Well, this time, they've only got 2 players. They're going to leave the bomb behind for a moment. I think they'll pick that up. Yes, Town's going to take that with them, but 26 seconds. They're not going to be going to a bomb site with it because they want weapons. They're not going to have any money left over. Still no rounds for Heroic on their T side.
Yeah.
So Liquid going to find 12, 6 in a row.
6 straight. Coming into this as well, we referenced it at the start. Elige gave that interview saying, you know, Heroic's a good matchup for us. We're going to win this 2-1. I don't care how close, but it'll be 2-1. They are well on their way to the first of those 2.
That means they're going to throw the second game?
I have no idea. Yeah, right? All for the prediction. 12-9. 3-round lead. Important to note as well, if you go back, Heroic did burn a few timeouts. I think 2 timeouts in the first half. They've got 2 remaining. Haven't used 1 yet.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because it comes off of what Kadian said while commentating with us, that you don't want to use... Well, you could afford to use more on the T side because the CT doesn't need as much. They used 2 on the CT side. Now they're going to have less if they need to identify issues on this T side.
Fair play. That second timeout in the first half put a stop to the Team Liquid run that was building there on Team Liquid's T side. So that was wisely used, quite obviously. Oppen, Katie, and AK on Stown. Tech9s on the other 3 players. Light on utility. They really want these Tech9s to create some space so Katie and Zop can get put into action. All 5 players for Heroic in middle. Challenging towards Elise's position. He fires. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. When he watches that demo, he's going to giggle a little bit because he just traced 2 outlines. Nitro missed the timing. Oh, they're already in. They're swarming him. He goes down. Shush with the opening kill. Elige, passive. Towards this bomb site. Naf's got 1 on the flank. Elige still hasn't put into action. That's the bomb drop. Stown's got to go back for it. So time bought. And Kadian can't land the shot either.
Nor can Naf, though, but he forces him off the angle. Bomb's planted. There was no smoke in front of Elige. He was flashed, but now they're going to line up for him. That's an easy hat trick. Magician Johnny going back to get Shush. And a lovely round once more from Elige. Naf gets the only other kill, but it doesn't matter because it's now 13-9.
This is a Heroic. There's one quality about Heroic that I've always felt with this team. Like, however much I agree or disagree with the decisions they're making, I've never felt like they were on like different pages or hesitating to a call. They always felt like they firmly believe in the calls. This here felt like hesitation. Those three players, you know they were lining up to attack towards CT spawn. You know that they knew their flanks were compromised, trying to push forward, but just hesitating on who's going to go first, who's going to take that peak, who's going to initiate it, and that allows John to get such a, Elige to get such a massive multi-kill. Yeah, it should be frustration. That is a frustrating. You have the round like that, you have the misplant from Shush just previously, and Heroic can't get anything going their way.
This is interesting. I mean, Heroic, we know that they've had issues so far in playoffs, specifically on stages typically, and you know, we made the joke perhaps it's best they didn't get the bye into the quarterfinal. In this case, gives them more time to warm up to it. But are we seeing a resurgence from Liquid? Is this the start of it? I mean, you think of the players on this team and the experience they have. They said that on the desk. I mean, Elige, Nitro, Naf, especially Naf because he's more of a quiet, reserved personality. These are guys we used to consider so young. And now they're very experienced. They've won just about everything there is to win, bar a major, unfortunately for them. And then they've got Shocks in the addition to the team.
Also still young. Not Shocks. No, I mean the experience of guys like Naf and Elige. They're still. We forget they're still very, very young.
But that's the thing, though. This is a very serious lineup still. I mean, so you'd expect something from them sooner or later, surely, right? I mean, if 2019 wasn't a fluke, and I don't think it was, then. Yeah, they may not have the same pieces of the puzzle, but they've still got scale, and I think OC's looking pretty sharp so far. Hits another shot on Tessus as he quickly jumps up above the boost. Maybe, just maybe, Liquid can be a spoiler in events as they slide out. They continue to spoil the party for Heroic this time. They'll concede another bomb plant, but at this point, I don't think they care. They're just getting rounds 14-9.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about kind of Heroic and their expectations. This is, in my mind, and the feeling I'm getting watching this at the moment, just my eye test, this is one of the weaker T sides I've seen them play in quite some time. This is falling flat in pretty much every single regard. Good shot from OC on the jump from Tessus. Just wanted information, got a bullet to the chest, and Heroic's not able to stop anyone from pushing through smokes after that. Shocks can just play with impunity from the default plant boxes, and Nitro giving us a little dance. Smiles all around. 5-round lead, and still blanked. Heroic is in the second half. They have yet to get around on the board on their T side of Ancient. 8 rounds in a row for Team Liquid.
So Mully's ablaze at the corner. Additionally, on top of Cube / Tetris / Short. I love that there's still a million different calls for different teams on this map. Nitro sliding out, trying to do some damage down toward the bottom side of middle as they spot Refresh dropping into the position, but they can't get the shots. Elige gives himself up from window, and Nitro's locked. He's stuck in the corner. Smoke's gonna go both directions, and Nitro's just gonna book it.
I think we're going to see Shush make a play as well.
Oh, Shocks, that could have been huge. They were all looking toward the aforementioned Nitro. You're right, though. Shush is the one in behind him, and Nitro oversteps the mark.
Yeah, Refresh has got to pick up that bomb, and he's going to go all the way around the long way towards the A bomb site. So there's a few seconds here, maybe 10 seconds for OC and Naf to get a standing into this retake, see if they can find one frag. Tessus is going to late lurk in mid, make sure nobody can go donut, and he'll come in late for the backstab, or if they both come here, he can take the guns away for Team Liquid. If you're Heroic at the moment, what you're thinking is just start getting one round at a time, get him on the board. Maybe we take away the economy for Team Liquid. That's our way back in. There's so much money on this Team Liquid defense, though. And actually, that might spur them forward. 2-on-2, they might know Refresh is low. That could be confirmed damage. Could have been a dink from earlier. Half going to come back towards CT spawn, allow OC to just post up with the AWP. And Refresh is the low player.
Half easy shot. Refresh gets reset, see in the next round. Shush is silenced. OC with the kill, and it's 15, a map point for Team Liquid.
That's crazy. Just another clutch. Heroic not on the same page, not firing on any cylinders. Now 9 in a row in the second half for Team Liquid. They've got 6 chances to close out this map.
Man, oh man, what a second half. You know, you're right. The second time out for Heroic in the first half, that was when things started to turn around. I thought, okay, all right, they're back. They've cleaned it up. Here we go. But man, I gotta say, yeah, Cadian's lost. He's stunned. They're psychologically winning this as much as anything right now, Jason. Vertigo, the next map. It's picked by Heroic. Overpass if required, and if Elijah's prediction is true, it will be.
Ooh, good shot from OC as they stream out. Good trade as well. Elige, a little bit sketchy on the spray, but he's got one. There goes Cadian. Off, it hits the deck. 1-for-1s all across the board, and Refresh is just going to sink back. He wants to go to the other side of the map because you've got Stown clearing it out, but Shox is the X factor here. There's no way for Refresh to know that Shox is pushed up. This is going to be a really weird round.
And if he's going to walk the whole way, he can't jump on the boxes. He has to go back through spawn. That's the problem with this long rotation when you're going to do it sneakily, and that means Shox.
There's no way to expect him.
Easy kill, absolutely. There's no way Shox gets checked.
I mean, Refresh is thinking Stown's all the way pushed up. What a great round from Shox. 2 kills at the end. It's sneaky fashion. It's 10 rounds in a row in the second half for Team Liquid to come storming back, take Ancient, take their map pick, go up 1-0 in the series, start knocking on the door of ESL Pro League. Heku, what have you got for us?